Hey everyone, I'm the solo dev of Friend and Foe. This would be a very quick Let's Play video where I show you guys around how this game works. The early access to the game starts August 27th. So, to start, we can see that we have the archive, which shows us all the cards. We have a few different options. We have an existing run. In our case, we'll do a play with bots run. This is the flagship feature essentially of the game. The solo campaign is also very fun, but there is quite a bit of effort focused on the play with bots or co-op gameplay. In our case, we won't do a multiplayer here, although there is a way to. We'll do a play with bots here, and we can see we have 6 classes we can choose from. In our case, we'll choose Infiltrator class and Assassin subclass, which focuses on teleporting around. That's always fun. The Infiltrator class has a shifting stance passive ability. I'll explain it a bit more once we get in game. And we will do a team. So me, a bot versus 2 bot. The bot, they're pretty smart, I would say. And I did spend a lot of effort on making them good. We can see in our deck flag will allow sabotage cards and team cards. Sabotage card mess up your rival, and team cards buff up your team basically. We'll allow the rare PvP events, and for Ascension we will do Ascension 1, which basically just gives us a little bit more elite. So we'll start mission. Yes, we will override our save run. This is the deployment and briefing page. What it does is you have 1 point to use, and you can take on some debuffs in order to get some buffs. In our case, I think I'm gonna take a little bit of damage, maybe start with 1 less implant slot, but get Streamline Core. Streamline Core is very good. It allows you to gain extra firepower if your deck is thin. For our case, 12 is 18 below 30, so we'll get like 3 firepower in the beginning, which is pretty good. So we'll confirm deployment. You can see we lost some damage. We got the underpowered injury, which we can fix once we get to the red side if we want. So I do want to show a few things. You can see bottom left, the shop opens later on. Bottom right, we can see our number of ascension. Up to the left, we can see these are the player cards. We can see ourselves, our teammate, our rival. On the top, we can see what our boss is. We can see our deck, our implants. This is the implant that we got from the starting screen. We also have a setting page to change a couple things if you want. We also have the fuel. So how fuel works is moving each hex requires the same amount of fuel as the number of player. So this 100 really means we can move 25 steps in the map. So let's do a quick battle. So to start, we're yellow right now. The reason is we are in the balanced form. Balanced form, this is when you're 3 to 4 hex away from your nearest enemy. It doesn't give you any buff in itself, but once you enter the other form, you're able to draw an additional card. So if we move 1 back, we'll be at 5 space from our enemy. And you can see we changed to green. We got a card draw, and we're in shadows now. Which if you gain a buff, it gives you a sharpen. And sharpen allows you to do damage per stack. So if you have a super high sharpen build with some big damage cards, you can do some massive damage, which is fun. A lot of damage is always fun. If we look at our enemies are repair drone. So you can hover over the intent. So this one's gonna do 4 damage. This one is gonna do a buff. It has a passive ability to heal an injured ally for 32 at the start of its turn. 32 is because we have 4 player. If we have 1 player, it'll be 32 divided by 4. This is a medium range enemy, which means it does full damage at 3 to 5 hex. So right now we're in its full damage place, but again, it does 4 damage, doesn't really matter. So we're gonna do some attack, do some shielding. You can see some enemy has rival has applied his ability, and we got a suppressed, which is basically the opposite of sharpen. They cancel out each other. So we're gonna just play some card, and then we can end our turn. And we also check the log to see what has happened, by the way, if you're a stat nerd and you're interested. This is our team card. You can swap position with a teammate, and you both gain a sharpen. So we're gonna play that. We'll gain a sharpen. And at the same time, a rival played wrong step, which randomly teleported me. That's why I didn't like completely switch space. And my teammate probably also played a teleport card. That's why he also went a different place. You can see they've just been moving. So we're just gonna, we have a reposition card which allow us to teleport, and the cost of it reads by 1 each combat. So we're gonna teleport really close. We'll steal some firepower from our enemy, and we'll do another teleport. And then this is a really good card. Unfortunately, we can't play it. It gives you shield for every hex you move. So if you're really far, you have this card on, and then you play a teleport or backstab, you can get a lot of shield that way. So we'll just finish our battle. This is you know, the first battle is always pretty easy. Not too much to say about it. We're just quickly finishing. And also, you know, as the developer of the game, I've played it so much so that the early part is pretty easy. Oh, looks like we got super lucky this time. We don't really see, so the tier 4 card is extremely rare. Typically you might see 1 or 2 every run, and we got super lucky this time and see it instantly. So this is a homage to Slay the Spire. We have form cards for our team, for our class. And what it does is, if you self-apply firepower, agility, sharpen, or harden, it applies backfire to all enemy. Backfire, it's somewhat similar to poison from Slay the Spire, although its mechanics is different because it depends on enemy attacking rather than ending a turn. Take that card, we'll check this mystery, which unfortunately is another battle, so we're just gonna fight this battle real quick. We can see this enemy has a sacrifice, which means that if it dies, all the surviving ally gains firepower. So ideally you want to kill the other allies first, if you can. And if we don't have enough shield, we do take damage, and it reflects on the card. I'm going to play the tug in, but we're kind of far away from our team. Now we are not. We can play our Cascade Storm here. We don't really have much card to, you know, play this card with, but, you know, having a good card early on is always nice. We can also choose credit if we don't think any of the cards are good, by the way. You can also skip if you want to challenge yourself, I guess. So here, do we have anything good? Nano Repair isn't too bad. It allows you to heal, but I think I'm going to take Hex Syringe. It's a charge card. So charge card is a limited amount of play, and after the charge are all played, it becomes depleted, and it basically just clogs your deck. We can go to a rest site, which you can do Infirmary to cure your injury for 50 credit. For our case, this injury isn't too much of an issue, but just to show you guys how it works, I'm going to do that. And you can see that I don't have my injury anymore, which is always nice. This is a event. We can do 40 credit and choose one of 3 card. These 2 options require a specific class, which we're not. This one allows us to transform a card, so we're gonna do that. Transform is always fun. So this transforms to a sabotage card. It applies 2 exposed to a rival, and it gains 1 evade. Evade is very good. If enemy does like 50 damage, 1 hit, and you have 1 evade, you evade that hit. So that's really good. We can do some cargo. This one gives us some credit and an implant. The implant screen is this, so you can see. And this one takes up a wildcard slot just because we only have 1 power slot. Wildcard slot can take anything, essentially. And the shop is also open. So if we check the shop, we have this shop is shared between all players. So if you buy a card, your teammate can't buy that card. And you can also buy cards from other class if it shows up. Overdrive Shot, for example, this is not a Infiltrator class card. You can see with the momentum, Infiltrator doesn't have momentum. This is a striker card. So if you want, you can buy it, although it doesn't really help you. Implants and services, there's 6 implant, same thing. You can buy them if you want. And for the services, this is also once per refresh, shared between all teammates. So we can remove a card here because we have the money. And then there's an AI autoplay option, which we won't say here. This is a ARC event. What it does is you can do certain things. You can have different choices. And this sync will be useful if you get that event again in the next floor. And there's a chance you won't see it. So it's kind of like do I want to take a little bit of extra beating right now and have for a chance to get better options later on. So in our case, this is fine. We'll just take that. We'll get a random injury. And as we can see, we got an injury corrupted firmware, which means we got 1 extra glitch card inserted to our deck per combat. We can always cure the injury, so it's not too bad. And I'm going to show you guys what AI autoplay does. So basically, as what it says, the AI plays for you. I've put a lot of effort in having the bot to play semi-optimally, so the AI autoplay actually does pretty decently, I would say. And if we check, this enemy is a retreater. It's a long range, it does full damage. Oh, okay, well it died. During AI autoplay, because it's all bot, they all move very quick, so battles take like no time at all. We can take... We'll take another charge card maybe. This one's not that good. We'll take a Crisis Link. This one allows if you and your teammate to gain 5 shield. If any of you is below 15% HP, you gain 15 shield instead, which is quite good. We'll do a crew event. So this is a special event for multiplayer and play with bots. Doesn't show up in single player. This one, you can bid for things, but unfortunately I have no credit, so I can't, so my maximum bid is 0. So unfortunately I don't really get anything. The one that bid the most takes the largest amount back. But the more you bid, the less you take back essentially. So yeah, we will end this quick session here. And if I decide to make more video about this, we might keep going with this, or we might showcase some new class. So thanks everyone for watching. And remember, this game, the link will be in the description below. Until August 27th, the demo will be the full game. After, because that is the early access date, so once we hit early access, the demo will contain less class and less subclass to pick from. So yeah, thanks everyone.